Happy Homebrew Wednesday, everyone, and cheers! Nice. Um, yeah, I'm not long back from work. Straight into the shorts. It's nice weather. Not overly warm, but it's nice and sunny. No any clouds or anything. So taking the opportunity to sit out in the garden. I'm going to have some tea soon. Taking the opportunity with the wee one just been sleeping and settled. So what have we been up to? Disappointingly, actually not very much. Despite having the best of intentions, I haven't done any brewing weekend just there. Combination of things, family commitments, some nice weather, and just trying to make the most of kind of family time, which is kind of limited. So yeah, disappointingly, not brewed at all. I think the most I did was probably take my last batch, which I can't even remember what it is, which is really quite poor. I think it was my cross cluster APA. I think I took that out to the garage just to condition, but I have done no brewing whatsoever. Pretty sad, really. Apologies. I know some of you expect me to sort of brew at the rate that I was brewing at before. Things are a little bit different now, just with family being back and having the two kids and being back to work full time now. So, yeah, that's pretty much no making excuses, but that's just the way things are at the moment. So, um, yeah, what am I drinking at the moment? I'm drinking my version 2 of my. Let me just remind myself and just go in the garage and have a wee nosy. Excuse how the lighting has dulled. I'm drinking my version 2 of my Undead IPA. Yeah, it's not as good as my first version. It's still pretty decent. Still a decent IPA. And still a lot better than some commercial versions that I've tried. But no, I've tweaked it and I've tweaked, thinking I can improve it, and I've tweaked it the wrong way. So there's definitely going to be a V3. I think I've said that before, but that'll be on the horizon. It's in the not so distant future, hopefully. Yeah, what have I got in stock? I've still got to review my two modern US porters. I do a side by side on that one. Still got to review my cardamom ale. That's just been the bottle about 3 weeks. What else? I've got my cross cluster APA still to review. And what else? I'm not sure if I've done my US dark wheat review yet. I need to double check that. Got my dry paddy stout to review, I think. My Royal Oak bitter and my Delta Force US wheat. I might have reviewed some of them. I can't remember, and maybe not posted them yet, but they are certainly on the horizon. So that's pretty much it. There isn't really much else to say. I've got my I think was it my Weizenbock? What did I brew? I can't. That's terrible. I really can't remember. It was some kind of German wheat beer, dark wheat beer. Anyway, that's due to be bottled. I should really do that tonight. Probably won't because it's nice weather. Probably won't do any harm leaving it in the fermenter an extra day. And that's pretty much it. I've got a batch of wine that I picked up at my last homebrew order. I don't know whether you guys can see this or not, but my wine racks are looking. Well, put it this way, there's a lot of empty bottles there, so definitely need to put a batch on very soon. I've been quite partial to. I've done 2 batches of the Rojo Tinto by Beaverdale. It's been really good. Like I said, I've done that a second time just because I really enjoyed it. Came with oak chips. It was just like vanilla. It was kind of like a Tempranillo kind of Rioja kind of style Spanish red. Everyday drinking, probably equivalent to, in my opinion, a £5 or £6 bottle of wine from the supermarket that essentially making for what couple of pound a bottle or thereabouts. I think I get about 27 bottles or thereabouts from a kit which costs probably about £45. So yeah, there or thereabouts. But I've decided to stick with Beaverdale and go try their Cab Sauv, their Cabernet Sauvignon this time, just for something a little bit different. So looking forward to that. It'll obviously be a wee while, be a month until it's probably bottled, and then I'll probably give it at least a month in the bottle, if not longer, before I'm tasting it. So that'll be quite some time in the horizon. Not sure if I'll review it or not. Maybe I will, just out of interest. I haven't really reviewed kits up till now. It's just all been my all grain batches. But yeah, hey, why not? Hey, why not? Just in case it's not been done, and it might be useful to someone. So I'll probably do that at some point. And I think that's really much about it. I have to say, I have to apologise. I haven't really been brewing of late. I really need to pull my finger out, get my A into G. I've got quite a few recipes in the bank that I'm wanting to try. So yeah, like I said, fingers crossed, I'll be getting back on the homebrew bandwagon very, very soon. Thank you for tuning in. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up. If you love it, please subscribe. And I welcome any comments. Just try to think if I've got any questions for you guys. Yeah, I think I do actually. So, I do 1 gallon batches, all grain. And as much as it's good in the sense that I can go through a batch, make a batch in about 4 hours. So, time consuming, not that overly compared to like maybe a larger scale. There is obviously one major flaw. Scale itself. I'm lucky if I get 7 half-litre bottles out of a batch, maybe up to 11 330s, depending on the ABV. I might put it in smaller bottles. So, question to you guys is, I'm thinking about brewing some beer with a higher ABV, and then dilute it down after, say, secondary fermentation. Say there's a big dry hop, and I've put it into secondary. Can I dilute it at that point? And just like, say I was wanting a 6-8% ABV beer, but I've done all the grains in the grain bill and to make, say, a 6 or 7 or 8% beer. Can you dilute it down at that point in secondary and it still be sort of carbonated and flavoursome and everything like that? I don't know, but it might actually help me and just make things go that a little bit further. If you know the answer, please let me know. Leave a comment below. That's pretty much it for this week. Okay, cheers. Bye.